In this video I'll get into how to sell football shirts. I have been selling a lot of shirts recently, which you guys could see on my Instagram and on my Vinted page. Both links are in the description. And I thought, why not make a video about this? I've sold over 200 shirts and I've over 200 5-star reviews, so you could say I have some experience, and I decided to make this video to help you guys out. So first things first, you decided to sell one of your football shirts, either because you don't like them anymore, you think you can grab a quick buck, or maybe you've grown out of them and the size is too small. Nevertheless, it's very important to do some things right in order to get the most money out of it and to make a quick sell.
Money, 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 money.
First things first, you need some great pictures of your shirts, because otherwise people don't know what they are buying. But before you take the pictures, you need to make sure you have a plain background. This is one of the most important things, I think, because you don't want a messy background. I mean, I've seen an advertisement for like a Juventus 90 shirt, and it was taken in the kitchen, and on the background you just saw dirty plates in the sink, dirty glasses. It was a mess, it was filthy, and I mean, I personally didn't want to buy the shirt just because of the things I was seeing in the background. I mean, when it's a messy background, I mean, who says that the person selling the shirt is taking good care of it? I mean, that is maybe a bit prejudiced, but I think it should be always a plain background. So you need to make sure you put your shirts up against a white wall, or maybe if you don't have a wall available, you can always put them on the floor. Make sure it's a bit clean around it. You guys know what I mean. And I always use my green artificial grass background for pictures. Especially on camera, it looks very, very calm, just a bit of a grainy green background. And I think it's also a nice reference, you know, football shirt with a football field on the back.
I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun.
Then you need to make sure you take the correct pictures in terms of lighting. I prefer natural lighting. The downside is that I live in the Netherlands and we have like 2 sunny days each 6 months, especially in the winter. So I use artificial light a lot of times. I do have a ring light which I use to record my videos as well, and I use that to, you know, create a bit of light up to the shirt. But I do prefer natural light which coming through the windows. I am currently selling this Aston Villa shirt, and of course I'll start by taking pictures of the front and the back. And then what I always do next, I mean, this is not necessarily, but I think it's important, I make a picture of every single detail and every single imperfection on the shirt. What I mean by that is I take a picture of the club badge, the manufacturer logo, the sponsor, as you can see right here, any other details on the front of the shirt. Then I go to the sleeves, where usually a manufacturer is featured once again, or a sponsor, or you have a little pattern running down the sleeves. I take close-up pictures of that, and then when we move on to the back, make a picture of the name set, the name, the number, maybe any other detail, for example this little lion on top of the neck, and of course pictures of the size in the neck and of the product codes. And with a brand new tag shirt, I take pictures of every tag as well. And what I mean by pictures of imperfections, I think it's very important to be transparent about the quality or the damages on the shirt. So what I will always do is make close-up pictures of any stains, any holes, any threads, any tears, anything. I make pictures of them and refer to that in the description of the item. So always make pictures of the imperfections and be honest about the quality of the shirt that you are selling. After you've taken pictures of the shirt, you have to decide which platform you want to sell it on. I personally use Marktplaats and Vinted because I both like the way the sites work. It's pretty easy. You don't have to worry about shipping because that is all automatically. And Marktplaats is a Dutch second-hand selling site, so most users are Dutch, so communication is very easy. Vinted has an automatic translation feature which works 9 out of 10 times, but sometimes it's a bit confusing. Then again, you just have to rephrase your sentences. So I do use Marktplaats and Vinted. I prefer Vinted because I do sell a lot more on there and it's a bit easier to get in contact with potential buyers. I have tried sites like eBay and Depop, but I both don't like how they work, especially in terms of shipping, where you have to like figure out the shipping costs yourself, which I don't think it's very nice. And the time I used Depop, I could only upload 5 pictures, and I don't think 5 pictures will give you a clear image of a shirt. I mean, that's my personal opinion. I always think the more pictures the better, and the more a complete image the potential buyer gets from the shirt you're selling. After you've uploaded your pictures onto your reselling platform, it's time to make a description of the shirt, and I always go with the simpler the better. I do see a lot of sellers giving you some kind of Wikipedia read with the shirt, so like, oh, this is the shirt from this and that season, and the team finished second in the league and won the cup, and players like player X and player I and player Z and player Y wore the shirt, and the manager was this and this person, and the most important victory of the season was against this club. I mean, I'm not interested in that. I think you should go with like the club and the season, the size, and then any imperfections about the shirt. Give a description about that and refer to the pictures. And then maybe say something like the product code is this and that. If you have any questions, you can ask me. If a buyer has any detailed questions about a shirt, they can always ask you. And I think you save a lot of time by not making some kind of Wikipedia long read about the shirt. It saves you some time, and I think it gives the buyer every single bit of information they need. Now, the most important thing of selling a shirt: the price. I always go with 2 things, which are online research and I think my own valuation. Simply look up the shirt that you're selling on the different platforms you're using to get some kind of image of the shirt's price, or the value that people give to it, or maybe the amount people are bidding on the shirt. You could also use sites like Classic Football Shirts, but they always charge a premium, so you could just maybe get the Classic Football Shirts price and cut it in half, because you're never going to get the amount of money that Classic Football Shirts are getting for a shirt, because they're very known, and they are able to sell it for a higher price because they have a huge following and a huge client base, which you don't have, I think. Then I always go with my own valuation of a shirt. So I look at this shirt, for example, and I think, what would I pay for it if I bought it off of a second-hand platform? Usually when you think about it that way, you come to a more realistic price, which is more in line with what people or what buyers are willing to pay for it. Then just list the shirt and wait. Don't go into the first offer someone makes, or it has to be an offer you very much like. Always be patient and wait for a couple of days. I once sold a Dynamo Dresden shirt with a player called Fröhlich on the back. I listed it on Marktplaats for I think 30 euros. Someone bid 25 and I instantly said yes, I want to sell it to you. And that same evening someone else messaged me from Belgium who knew the player kind of and was willing to pay me like 100 for it. But by that time I already shipped out the shirt. I tried to get it back, but the person I sold it to already had resold the shirt before he even got it to a collector in Germany for also like 100 or maybe 80 euros. So just because I was too quick, I missed out on some serious cash. And the most important advice I could give you guys onto selling shirts is don't listen to me. I know that sounds strange because I have been rambling on for about 2 minutes, but I think you should find a way that works for you. You could use my advice, of course, but you have to find your way of selling shirts for yourself. So if you don't like taking a lot of pictures, then don't do it. If you want to make a longer description with more details, I mean, do it. You don't have to use vintage. You could use Depop. I mean, it doesn't work for me. It doesn't mean it doesn't work for you. Try some different things, make some mistakes, and find your way of selling shirts. And I think that is the most important. So, I mean, you could follow up my advice, but always take it with a grain of salt and make it work for you personally. And that will conclude this video for today. If you liked it, please leave a like and share your tips and tricks in the comments so we can help each other out. Subscribe to my channel for more football shirt related content and hit the bell notification so you will be notified whenever I upload a brand new video. Having said that, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye bye.